Day 44 of our 60 days of basic networking. Let's go!
OSPF is basically what we called open shortest path first. So, ibig sabihin, OSPF is an abbreviation of what we called open shortest path first. Ay gumana ng aking ballpen. Anyway, so kapag sinabi nating open shortest path first, from the word itself, it looks on the shortest path from source to destination. Well, Sir Billy, di ba pinag-usapan natin dun sa routing protocols, almost always naman, laging ganyan? Yes, you're right, di ba? So, the goal of our router, including the routing protocols, is to bring the packet from the source to destination the shortest way possible, the fastest way possible. But, of course, kada routing protocol, may kanya-kanya silang characteristics eh. Okay, now si OSPF, what we called open shortest path first, is also, ang nangyayari kasi is, it learns all the available path from source to destination first, bago niya malaman or bago niya kunin yung pinakamabilis. Okay, so ang nangyayari, tinitingnan niya or alam niya yung mga networks ng kada router natin sa network natin, and then it computes the shortest path using its algorithm. Mamaya sasabihin ko kung anong algorithm yon para ma-build niya yung pinaka or para makuha niya yung pinakamabilis or pinaka shortest path from source to destination. Ay mamaya when we talked about how they form the neighborhood, mas magigets pa natin yan. And then OSPF is one of the common IGP used in networks today. Ibig sabihin, interior gateway protocol. That means it's being used inside the organization. Diba pinag-usapan na natin yan, yung EGP, exterior gateway, which is BGP lang naman for today. And then yung IGP, which is RIP, ISI, not ISIS, RIP, EIGRP, which is Cisco proprietary, and then OSPF. So, OSPF is the most common use IGP kasi it's an open standard. Okay, ibig sabihin, gumagana siya in all types or brands of devices. Right? So, si EIGRP kasi, I'm not sure if familiar kayo, pero di ba? EIGRP is Cisco proprietary nung una. Okay? So, nito na lang yan in open standard ni Cisco, pero hindi pa lahat ng feature kasama. So, si OSPF from the start was an open standard IGP protocol. Ibig sabihin, whether you're using Juniper or whether you're using HP devices na may routing, and then whether you're using Cisco, pwede mong mapagana or pwede natin patakbuhin yung OSPF. So, hindi siya pihikan, hindi siya specific for, hindi siya vendor specific kung tutuusin. You get my point? So, kapag sinabi natin standard yung isang protocol or open standard yung isang protocol, that means it can work to any brands. Hindi siya vendor specific. So, si OSPF is open standard siya. Make sense? Good. Now, another characteristics ni OSPF is what we call link state protocol. So, kung matatandaan mo kanina, sinabi ko, di ba? OSPF tries to learn all the available networks in the OSPF network. So, inaalam niya, nile-learn niya yung lahat ng available path at available networks dun sa network na dadaanan niya. Now, it builds it's what we call linked state database, which is what yung lahat ng available routes, available path within the network. That's why it's called linked state routing protocol. Diba? So, matatandaan mo, hindi pala natin nadaanan dahil si RIP and EIGRP naman ay tinanggal na sa OSPF. Sa CCNA. So, yung mga yon, for example, is distance vector protocol. Kasi ang nangyayari doon, the router doesn't know the exact number of routers or the exact number of networks na dadaanan niya from source to destination. Ang alam lang niya, mararating niya yon by passing the packet to the next router. Now, in terms of OSPF, since it's a link state routing protocol, it knows how many routers, how many networks it will going to go through bago niya marating yung destination network. You get my point, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, nakikita niya kung ilang, for example, kung ilang router, kung ilang subnets yung dadaanan from source to destination. And then, it calculates the shortest path from that source going to that destination.
By the way guys, you can also visit our official website which is techacademy.ph, and then from there makikita mo yung mga courses namin. So we have free and premium courses. You can start with the free ones which will give you the same video lessons na nakikita mo dito sa ating 60 days of basic networking. Dinagdagan lang natin yung iba as well as kinurate or inedit natin yung iba para nga mabigyan ka ng at least foundation or fundamentals. Okay, ang kagandahan when you go with techacademy.ph at tinuk mo or kinuha mo yung mga free courses, it comes with certificate of completion kapag natapos mo yung mga courses na yun. So, pwede mo yung gamitin as a reference sa resume mo, lalo na kung ikaw ay nagsisimula pa lang. Again, visit techacademy.ph and then from there, browse our courses. Okay, see you there.
Nakukuha? Diba? So, yun yung pinagkaiba nila or pinagkaiba niya from a distance vector protocol. Si distance vector, hindi niya nakikita kung gaano karami yung dadaanan niyang network, pero alam niya mararating niya yun by passing the packet to the next network or to the next router. With link state routing protocol like OSPF, alam niya. Okay, alam niya yung mga dadaanan na router, yung dadaanan na network, and then based from that, kinukompute niya yung pinaka-shortest path from that source to destination. Malinaw tayo dun, ha? Right? So, another thing is, yung shortest path first. So, na-explain ko na kanina, after learning all the available routers or network in my OSPF network, diba? Lahat ng member or lahat ng router ng OSPF na yun, it builds or it calculates the shortest path first. It calculates the shortest path or the fastest way to reach that destination by using the shortest path first algorithm. Okay, so yung shortest path first was also known as the Dijkstra algorithm, which was developed or introduced by Edward Dijkstra. Okay, so si OSPF is using the Dijkstra algorithm, which is also what we call shortest path first. Yun nga, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, it calculates the shortest path from all the available paths from source to destination. Think of it like Waze, di ba? So, dun sa routing protocol, in general, pinag-usapan natin, Waze calculates or show you different paths or different ways from source to destination. Like, for example, kung matatandaan nyo, from Laguna to Naiya, I have different paths, and then ang i-offer niya sa akin is yung pinakamabilis. Now, when it comes to OSPF, almost the same thing. Ang kaibahan lang is, of course, alam niya yung lahat ng router, alam niya yung lahat ng network na dadaanan. Well, sa Waze, alam din naman pala, di ba? Kasi nakikita natin yung bawat kanto, bawat street. Right? Almost the same thing with OSPF. Pero si OSPF, meron siyang algorithm na tinatawag nating shortest path first, or yun nga yung Dijkstra, kung saan kino-compute niya kung paano niya mararating ng pinakamabilis yung isang destination. Si Waze kasi it's based on traffic di ba? So pag nakita niya na medyo traffic dun sa isang lugar na yun, tapos dun sa isa ay hindi, so yung mas mabilis dun sa walang traffic, di ba? Kaya lang may times kasi na mababago yun, di ba? Like for example, nawala na yung traffic na yun habang mabayahe ka na, sabihin mamaya may o-offer na si Waze uli na fastest way or what do you call this? Alternative route kung tawagin. Now, in OSPF, once it's compute the algorithm, yun na yun. Diba? So, yun yung fastest way. Kasi nga, tinignan niya na lahat ng possible way, ito na yung pinaka-shortest path. You get the point? So, mamaya makikita natin kung paano siya nagbubuo ng neighbor relationship with other router. Right? So, here's an analogy para talagang mag-gets mo. So, here is my home. Okay? So, dun yung nasa baba, hindi lang gumagana yung pen ko. I'm not sure why. Okay? So, yung nasa baba is my house, and then I'm going to school. I have different path. Diba? So for example, pwede ako naman sa ganitong street, sa kaliwa, tapos lahat yon may way or may street papunta dun sa school. Now, it's almost the same thing with OSPF. Kasi nga, nakikita niya nila, meron kang different path from your source going to the destination, and then it calculates it runs the shortest path first algorithm para makita niya kung ano yung fastest way from my bahay going to my school, from my source going to my destination. Hindi gets? So, here's another one, diba? So, we have how many routers here? 2, 4, 6, 10, 11. Okay, and then from network na A to Z, okay, kung makikita mo A to Z, lang, patay mo na ako. So, from network na A to Z, diba? So, from here, going here, sa taas, we have different routers, and you can see we have different paths that a packet can take from router A to router Z. Now, in terms of OSPF, yun nga, sabi ko, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, aalamin niya muna, susubukan niyang i-learn niya yung mga path na yon, yung mga networks na dadaanan niya before it runs the shortest path first algorithm. Okay, and then hindi nawawala yun, ha, take note, hindi nawawala yun. Ang nangyayari is meron siyang what do you call this? Meron siyang prioritization, and then yung pinakamabilis, of course, yun yung may install sa routing table, pero tinatandaan niya yung other available paths para in case mag-down yung pinakamabilis, meron siyang backup path. So, yun nga yung tinatawag nating link state database. We're gonna talk about all those all those terminologies later, pero you're getting the point here, diba? So, OSPF runs the shortest path algorithm for all the available path or available ways para marating ng packet yung destination. And then, from all of the available path na yon, it chooses the shortest path. Okay? Malinaw tayo doon. And bukod doon, katulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, OSPF uses the concept of area. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ginugroup niya, nangyari dito kay Siri. Ginugroup niya yung mga router niya in terms of area. Like for example, group 1, group 2, group 3, ganyan. And then lahat ng router natin nakakonect sa area 0, which is what we call backbone area. Mamaya we're gonna talk about different areas as well as how OSPF topology works. Pero the basic concept is, for example, I divided my OSPF network into 4, like area 1, area 2, area 3, and area 4. Like this one, ginugroup ko yung router ko. Lahat ng router na yon or lahat ng area na yon, area 1, 2, 3, 4, needs to be connected sa area 0. Area 0 is like the backbone, or siya yung parang pinaka what do you call this? Center nung network OSPF network natin. Make sense? So, when dealing with OSPF, medyo hindi naman siya ganun kahirap eh. You just really need to grasp its concepts first. Kailangan lang natin maintindihan kung paano nabubuo yung formation ng yung neighbor relationship niya, kung paano niya kinakalculate, and then kung paano niya pinopropagate yung updates. So, that's what we're gonna do on this section. Right? So, that's just an introduction for our OSPF section or module. In the next video, we're gonna see how a router that runs an OSPF form a neighbor relationship from another router that's also running on OSPF. Okay, so para talagang mas mahimay-himay natin. And as we go along, sabi ko, tulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, we're gonna see other terminologies and concepts behind the OSPF, how it runs its shortest path algorithm, and how it's build its network.